Hip-hop is undeniably the most lyrically driven music genre in history, and the fierce competition to create classic albums has fueled some of the greatest rivalries in music. Legendary figures like A Tribe Called Quest, Biggie, and Kanye West have all delivered iconic albums that are universally regarded as classics. These albums have set the bar for excellence in hip-hop, becoming benchmarks against which all others are measured. However, when it comes to Drake, achieving that same level of recognition has proven elusive, and Kendrick Lamar might be a key reason why. Drake's impact on the music industry is undeniable. To many, he's the undisputed GOAT, with accolades like Spotify's most streamed artist of the decade to his name. He's an artist who has consistently dominated the charts, crafting hit after hit that resonates with a broad audience. Yet to others, Drake is seen as an MC who churns out catchy tracks without necessarily pushing the boundaries of the genre. He's often perceived as someone who stays on top by riding the wave of current trends rather than setting them. However, for Kendrick Lamar, Drake represents something deeper, everything he despises about the commercialization of modern hip-hop. Even before their infamous 2024 hip-hop war, these two titans of the industry were already engaging in a subtle, simmering feud.
I sat down with Drake in Toronto a while back when I did my first show out there. He called me up, man. We had a few drinks. He was appreciative of my music. I've always been a fan of his music. Hit me up one day and said, you know what? Handpicked, man. I want you to be on this tour. Shout out to Tristan.
Their relationship formally began in 2011 when Kendrick joined Drake on tour, a golden opportunity that allowed Kendrick to expand his audience significantly. At that time, Kendrick was full of praise for Drake, appreciating not only the exposure, but also the chance to connect with a much larger crowd. They collaborated on several tracks, with Poetic Justice from Kendrick's Asterisk, Good Kid, MAAD, City Asterisk, being one of the most notable. This track, featuring Drake at the peak of his commercial success, was one of the most radio-friendly songs on the album and seemed to symbolize a perfect partnership between two rising stars in hip-hop. But behind the scenes, the dynamics were beginning to shift. The first signs of tension emerged when Kendrick appeared on Asterisk, The Breakfast Club Asterisk, and seemed to endorse a rant that was critical of Drake. This marked a turning point in their relationship, and from that moment on, the tone between them began to change. They never collaborated again, instead entering a period of subliminal disses and online jabs that signaled the start of a brewing rivalry. As Kendrick's Asterisk Good Kid, MAAD City Asterisk, was quickly hailed as an instant masterpiece, Drake was busy working on Asterisk Nothing Was the Same Asterisk.
There was Kendrick's decision to take aim at Drake during the 2013 BET Cypher.
Yeah, and nothing been the same since they dropped Control and tucked the sense of the rapper back in his pajamas.
An album he hoped would cement his legacy as a creator of classics. But just as Drake was poised to take the throne, Kendrick shook the hip-hop world with his infamous Control verse, in which he called out several rappers by name, including Drake. The verse was a direct challenge to the status quo, and it rattled Drake, who saw the move as more of a publicity stunt than a genuine attempt at competition. The rivalry only grew more intense from there. Drake's efforts to solidify his legacy with Asterisk Nothing Was the Same.
Really about challenging yourself, man, and not being able to take things for granted. Whether it's a hook, whether it's a verse, whether it's 4 bars, 8 bars, a chorus, you gotta give it your shot. This is a 1 in a million thing to be in the industry and to be doing it.
Asterisk were overshadowed by Kendrick's rising influence and critical acclaim. The tension between them became even more apparent when neither of their albums won Best Rap Album at the 2014 Grammys, with Macklemore's Asterisk, The Heist Asterisk, unexpectedly taking the prize. Drake didn't hide his frustration, believing that Kendrick was receiving undue praise and recognition at his expense, adding fuel to the fire of their growing rivalry. Over time, Drake's focus began to shift. Albums like Asterisk, If You're Reading This, It's Too Late. Asterisk revealed a rawer, more introspective side of him, showing that he was capable of producing music with depth. However, he soon returned to crafting tracks that were designed to dominate the charts, seemingly prioritizing commercial success over critical acclaim.
Drake, you like Drake?
No.
Why don't you like Drake?
I don't like anything about Drake. I don't like his voice. He talks about, I don't like his face. I don't like the way he walks, like nothing. I don't like his haircut. I might just, let me shut up.
Meanwhile, Kendrick continued to push the boundaries of the genre with projects like Asterisk to Pimp a Butterfly Asterisk, which was celebrated not just for its musical innovation, but for its profound social and political commentary. Kendrick's ability to create albums that resonated deeply with both fans and critics set him apart as an artist who was unwilling to compromise his vision for commercial gain. As Drake became increasingly fixated on numbers and chart-topping hits, this obsession became a defining part of his brand. He embraced his role as hip-hop's ultimate chart topper, consistently delivering the anthems that dominated radio airplay and streaming platforms. In contrast, Kendrick remained committed to creating cohesive, impactful bodies of work that challenged listeners and pushed the genre forward.
Kendrick is a friend of mine. I love his music, and in my opinion, had the best rap album of the year. That's what happened. It kind of sucks. I think we made a great album. I think that Kendrick made a better rap album. Knowing how the Grammys usually go, I knew that there would be a great chance that we would win that award and, in essence, rob Kendrick.
By 2019, Drake was still publicly expressing respect for Kendrick and J. Cole, looking forward to seeing who could maintain their success into the next decade. However, it seems that whatever mutual respect once existed between Drake and Kendrick has since eroded, with Kendrick emerging as the artist who never compromised his artistic integrity. But the story of their rivalry doesn't end there. Kendrick and Drake found themselves locked in another battle, this time on Drake's home turf, the Billboard charts. Kendrick's asterisk, damn.
It's not really a concept that I would want you to grasp in one day. I wanted to live forever. To Pimp a Butterfly is one of the moments where 20 years from now, it'll probably be a little bit more prevalent in your life than it is today.
Asterisk not only earned critical acclaim, but also outperformed Drake's asterisk, More Life, asterisk, in terms of album sales, a feat that likely stung Drake, who had always prided himself on his commercial dominance. While Kendrick was praised for maintaining his artistic integrity and delivering a cohesive, thought-provoking album, Drake was criticized for chasing trends and focusing too heavily on chart success. In the years that followed, Kendrick continued to elevate his artistry, each project building on the last and further solidifying his legacy as one of the greatest rappers of his generation. Meanwhile, Drake's pursuit of a universally recognized classic seemed to fade into the background.
It just wasn't real to me. I saw him after that, and it was just like, love. So it's like, was that real or was that just like for the people? Those were harsh words. You can't just say that and then see me and be like, yeah, man, what's up? Pretending like nothing ever happened. Like, to me, that's not like the nature of battling. I mean, there's passion behind it. There's anger behind it. I personally enjoy making like great music and bodies of work over like being the talk of Twitter for like 5 days.
Despite his undeniable success and influence, Drake's inability to deliver an album that is universally acknowledged as a classic has left fans and critics alike questioning what might have been. So, what's your take on this ongoing saga? Did Kendrick Lamar's influence push Drake away from his pursuit of creating a classic album? Or is there more to the story? Could Kendrick actually be the true antagonist in this narrative, challenging Drake in ways that forced him to adapt and change his approach to music? That's a conversation for another day. Until then, keep the discussion going, and we'll see you in the next video.